Hello everyone, in this video I'll be covering all of the mods that I use in Baldur's Gate 3's patch 7. This is a combination of mod manager plus a few Nexus mods. I was requested to go over this. In addition, my whole mod load order will be covered at the end of this video. Now I just want to first focus on some mods that I think are really cool first and foremost. So you can see my character doing a bunch of different face animations. So this is correctly titled the Facial Animations mod. This is in the Baldur's Gate 3 mod manager. Hopefully it'll come to console soon, because you can just see there, like, my character is doing a bunch of little things there with their face, and pretty much all characters will have that. So you can see here with Shadowheart, she's even moving her face around a lot more than normal. It makes the game feel more realistic. I can't say enough good things about this mod, because it's just fun to see the characters have a bit more liveliness to them. So I find it works the most on your own tab itself. You can see their eyes are moving around, things like that. So that there is a really fun mod, and I think that works really well for us. So I think first things first, the thing that most people want to see is classes and subclasses. So I'm going to cover that first, just for the interest of those that want to see that. There's some extremely cool ones in this. I have like 30 classes and over 100 subclasses that I got added to the game, and there's like 40 subclasses for even just the base game classes that I got here. So go through the full list of them. You can see there's a ton of them. I'm not going to break down every single class, but I'll just give a little synopsis of each of them. Now, you've probably seen my videos on the Mystic if you've been around. This is the only official class that's on consoles so far, but this one's incredible, giving us a ton of different spells and unique items, effects with 9 different subclasses. I've done builds on this. I've talked about it in detail. I don't need to talk about it anymore. The Dark Ranger is a cool one too as well. This is like the Ranger itself. It has 3 subclasses, but it has a bit of like a Necromancer vibe to it. It is a little stronger than the base Ranger, so for those that think that the Ranger is a bit lackluster, this covers that. The Death Knight being another really cool, and this is based on the World of Warcraft Death Knight, and it comes with 3 subclasses, although the icons aren't working, unfortunately, right now with patch 7 being updated. There's Bloodfrosted and Holy subclasses. If you played World of Warcraft, you probably know the Death Knight, and this one is a really well fleshed out class, so I'll be doing a build on this one in the future. I got the Artificer here, and there's another one that I'll be covering as well. There's one in the mod manager that allows you to pick your subclass at level 1. The Witch, this is a really cool class. I love it. The creator for this is awesome. They've come up with 4 different subclasses. You can witch form into your cat, into a hog, a few different witch forms that you can go into. And with the 4 subclasses, there's a Hex Witch, a Frost Witch, a Herbalist, and a Witchblade. So 4 cool subclasses. This one is very well done, and it's in the mod manager, soon coming to console. The Blood Mage, this is another fun one with 3 subclasses, Blood Magus, Blood Reaver, and Blood Knight. A little bit weaker than some other ones, but it comes with their own unique spells. So Demand Sacrifice, Rebellious Flesh, and the Reign of Hissing Blood. And it has its own unique spells as you level up too. It is a little bit weaker than others, so you just have to be mindful of that. It's a cool one nonetheless, one of the most popular in the mod manager. Now, the Mind Weaver, this is a class I really like as well, similar to the Mystic, where it's focused heavily on psychic damage. So you got like Mind Blade with the Psionic Warden subclass. The Force Blade subclass gives us a Force Blast, similar to Eldritch Blast. Astral Seer being my favorite, giving us cantrips that deal cold and psychic damage. And then also spells like Magic Missile that does pure cold damage, or even a Guiding Bolt that does psychic damage. And then there's even things like Fireball that do psychic damage. This is a really cool one. I really enjoy this class, and it's a fun one, powerful. Kind of has magic source or wild magic sorcery built into it as well. And the Void Reaver being more of a like martial class hybrid. So yeah, this one is fun as well. But the Mind Weaver is also in the in-game Baldur's Gate 3 mod manager, so you can check that one out. The Slayer mod, this is another really great one. Comes with some sneak attacks. It's kind of like a blend between Ranger and Rogue. So this is cool for people that want to be a stealthy Ranger. We have the Favored Soul, and this is a kind of combination of Paladin and Cleric. It's got a lot of cool spells. You can heal, pick a deity. You got good choice of cantrips there. And if you have the 5e spells, which I guess I should cover in this video as well, the 5e spells are in this as well, which is awesome. The Psionicist being a class focused on psychic power. It's like kind of like a mixed martial class with psychic powers. It's pretty fun. The Priest, another one that I really like. This is based on the World of Warcraft one. So you build up holy power by casting spells, and then you can cast higher level spells by continuing to cast. So this is cool. It doesn't end up using your spells, so you don't get spell slots with this one, but it's more so just like weapon actions or actions, and as you keep charging them, you earn resources for future castings. The Harlequin, this is a cool one. Combination of a bard and a rogue. This one's also missing its icons, unfortunately. Keyblade Master, I've covered this one previously on my channel. This is for fans of Kingdom Hearts. You got yourselves a really cool one here. It has a bunch of spells from the game. There's a Warrior, Mystic, Guardian, and Darkness subclass. They all come with their own benefits. I think the Warrior might be the strongest of the 4. It has its own, you can get different cantrips here, and you got the ability to take its spells. Like you get a Fire, Thunder, and a few different other spells to heal yourself. The Kanala being another cool, and this one's like a kind of, it's a hybrid martial casting class. You get some different class passes that are unique to it, and it's sort of like it's like a symbiotic class, similar to this and the Scrounger are both kind of similar. They're homebrew classes for Baldur or Dungeons and Dragons. The Scrounger coming with one subclass, but you can turn yourself into like this big bile titan and crawl around shooting people with it. It's a really fun one and very unique. I've done a build on it covering that. The Vanguard, there's a few different versions of this, so this one here, you get things like Booming Blade, you get to choose cantrips. It's a nice combination between fighting with a sword and also being able to cast spells, so you get a lot of great spells here. And if you have the 5e spells, you get even further choices, like the Frost Fingers, ever popular, you get some smites. And then I guess I'll also touch on, while we're on the topic of the Arcane Vanguard, these are in the in-game Baldur's Gate 3 mod manager, so you can see there are lots of great choices for spells. The Arcane Vanguard gets unique fighting styles, so I'd recommend this one from the Baldur's Gate 3 mod manager. 4 subclasses. Eldritch Knight. So this one can allow you to do extra psychic damage. Judgment Vanguard gives us a few different spell choices, infusing elements by using cantrips and then infusing that into your weapon. The Sentinel Vanguard giving us a intelligence modifier to our next weapon attack, and then the Arcane Dervish. So there's some pretty cool choices here. I really like the Arcane Vanguard. I'll be doing a build on it soon. Artificer here. Now, this is one that a lot of people really enjoy. It's a D&D class that didn't make its way into Baldur's Gate 3, so we knew this one would come in quickly. The creator for this mod is incredible, too. They've done a lot of great things for the community, and they're trying to get it out on console. They've commented on my previous videos. They got the Alchemist, the Armorer, the Artillerist, and the Battlesmith. 4 great subclasses here with a variety of different effects. Obviously, kind of self-explanatory what they each do. Alchemist is about potions. This is about armor, increasing armor class and different effects like dealing lightning damage and thunder with your melee attacks. Artillerist is about shooting. Shoot your Eldritch Cannon. And then the Battlesmith can summon a Steel Defender, which is like Bernard. Very fun class. Love this one. I've done a build on it previously, and I'll be doing more in the future. The Viper is a cool one. It's mostly focused around 2-weapon fighting. It's kind of funny that's the only feature you get there, but that's one of the biggest things that they have on this class. Make sure you're using 2 weapons for it. Blood King. This is available in the in-game mod manager, and it has 1 subclass so far, but they're working on 3. In addition, the Godslayer is another one that's kind of similar to this one. Adds your strength and your constitution modifier to your armor class, which is obviously quite strong. The Demon Hunter is one that I'm a big fan of. So this is based on World of Warcraft as well, so we got 3 World of Warcraft classes here. So this one is a very fun one. You can throw your glaive around. It's very strong, so I'd recommend going with this only if you're focused on like steamrolling the game or using difficulty mods, because it's so powerful. You get 3 actions. You can just steamroll everyone with your actions. You gain different you can gain different fury, or use fury and others resources to be able to cast your spells. It's extremely strong. Dragon Knight, it's a cool one. It does give me some issues sometimes. You get to choose between 5 different subclasses: Frost, Flame, Caustic, Rot, and Storm Knight. Each come with their own spells and incantations, and being able to give extra damage or effects with your attacks. They have a bunch of different, these are just, I guess, different draconic looks. But you get lots of spell choices here. This one's pretty fun, and I think that I've seen others, and I've used them before. Very cool class. The Reaper, I'm going to be doing a build on this soon. It's kind of like a Grim Reaper style class. You're brought back in life with service of a higher power. You get like a cold damage reaction Reaper Glaive, so it's similar to Hellish Rebuke, but cold damage, which is even better. You get to pick a deity as well. This one is mostly focused on using a scythe for a weapon. Phoenix Bearer, this is from the in-game mod manager as well. This one's blended with the afterlife of a phoenix and being able to do fire attacks and heal yourself with them. So also the Phoenix Soul Sorcerer, which is very similar. The Ill Rigger, this one is very popular. I've had people requesting for videos on this, but you can like seal creatures and then you attack the seal on them. And then you have different benefits based on what, I guess later on when you level up, you get different benefits. Whenever you apply a seal, you can do X, Y, Z. Oakheart Sentinel. I can't say enough good things about this subclass, or class and subclasses. Basically, it's like combining the Ranger and the Druid into like a martial class, and it's very fun. So you get all the same cantrips and spells as the Druid does. However, with your subclasses, you get the Oathheart Keeper, Seeker, or Watcher, each having their own different effects. Like the Oathheart Watcher is more so a martial class, Seeker is more so like a stealthy version, the Keeper is like a version that's focused on summons. They all are summon class, because the Druid being one of the best classes for summons, because you get like Woodland Being and other spells like that. This one is incredible. Sometimes the creator of this mods in my videos comment, they did a fantastic job with this one. I just want to say I'm very impressed with it. The Mystic Blade being another one that's very cool, adding strength and dexterity modifier, and it focuses on like overall like being strong with a weapon, but also can cast a bit. The Demigod is a cool one. Now this has a few different choices, like the Hair of Zeus, Hades, Aphrodite, or Ares, all giving their own unique effects, adding wisdom modifier instead of strength or dexterity for your attack rolls. So yeah, this blends both using cast spells and being able to attack with a melee weapon. So like the Hair of Zeus gets lightning spells. The Hair of Hades gets these ones here built in. Hair of Aphrodite gets a few psychic based ones and mind control. And then the Hair of Ares gets things like Eldritch Blast and then other spells related to fire. I think that this one's really well done. It even pays off if you have the 5e mod spell, because then you could add things like Frost Fingers or absorb elements that you normally would not have. So this one is really well done. And I guess for the last one, the Nephilism one here, this gives a bunch of different weapon actions as you level up that deal extra force damage. So lots of great classes. Now I'm just going to touch on some subclasses, because there's a lot of really great ones here. So I guess first things first, Death Domain Cleric, being able to cast two people with your Bone Chill is really nice for preventing them from being healed. This one is very popular in 5e, so a lot of people are looking forward to that. And Paladin has the Oath of Conquest by Havsglimt. Really great mod here. You can use a chosen adversary. You get +10 to your attack rolls eventually. There's a lot of great choices. There's also a mod that lets you start off with the Oathbreaker Paladin. That's very great. Ranger, I guess I'll get to these in a second. Some you can choose your subclass at level 1. Sorcerer, Divine Soul. This gives you the ability to heal, and there's a ton of benefits of this subclass. I love the Divine Soul. But even stronger is the Phoenix Soul, which you can turn yourself into an egg and get the benefits of a long rest, so you can cast a bunch of level 6 spells. You also get the effects of healing yourself when you hit people with a fire spell, so you get it basically whatever level spell you use, plus half your wizard or half your sorcerer level. So if you cast Fireball and hit multiple people with that, it heals you quite a bit. The Voidborn being another one that's pretty interesting, focused on like force damage and being able to go between the astral plane. And the Blood Sorcerer, which I'm a huge fan of. This heals you when you cast blood spells. You bleed yourself too, so you deal damage to yourself, but also get better effects because of that. And then you create a bunch of blood pools, and you can grab enemies into them. It's so cool. Love the Blood Sorcerer, available in the mod manager. Now for the Warlock, there's lots of subclasses. Hexblade being cool because you can apply a hex on a target, and then apply many different effects afterwards. Dread Overlord, as you can see, lots of effects here with different spells related to necromancy, and you can summon a big bone dragon, you can summon a giant skeleton, you can summon another warlock skeleton that'll cast things like Scorch and Ray for you, which is incredible. The Undead Warlock is a pretty cool one, giving you the choice of different patrons here. As you can see, the Spectre, the Eldritch Undead, Death Knight, the Vampire Lord, the Archlich. There's lots of cool ones there. I love that. And the Wizard, I guess we'll start with this one here, so just have to level them up to be able to show off the subclasses. The Wizard has a couple like the Blade Singer and the so we got the Blade Singer and the Spellblade. These are very similar to each other, but have some differences between them. Spellblade's good at parrying attacks, and they both get extra attacks, whereas this one has the Blade Song gain a bonus to armor class and Constitution saving throws equal to your intelligence modifier, and he uses the Blade Singer charges. This one's really fun. I really like these two subclasses for the Wizard. Now for the Rogue, this one, I have a bunch of Rogue subclasses installed, but I have to uninstall certain ones to make the other ones appear. So we can see here we got ourselves, I guess right now, the Pirate and the Swashbuckler. The Pirate is a great one. You get yourself the Summon Parrot, and you can also get a bunch of cool spells you level up. So this one is a Spellcaster, which is interesting, getting things like Command. And then the Swashbuckler is more so focused on being able to do a more powerful sneak attack with the Rakish Audacity. So these two are cool. There's also the Marauder, Origami. There's a ton of Rogue ones in the... I have even installed right now, but I have to uninstall certain ones to make them appear, unfortunately. But even more, we got ourselves, I'll show you a few for the fighter that are really cool. The Shield Master being one that's really fun, that's in the Baldur's Gate 3 mod manager right now. But I also got the Arcane Archer, Banneret, the Psy Warrior, the Rune Knight, the Samurai, and the Shield Master. These are all from Nexus mods, but this one is available in the in-game mod manager itself. So stay tuned for more of those, because they'll be coming to the in-game mod manager soon if you're playing on PC or console. Now, for with the monk, we got ourselves the Way of the Astral Self, which summons extra arms to punch people. We got ourselves the Way of the Kensei, which is a very fun one. You get to choose different types of weapons that you can use alongside your normal monk abilities. So you can attack with your unarmed attacks, you can kick people, and you can use ranged weapons that count as monk weapons. So it sets up a lot of unique effects. The Way of the Long Death, I love this one. With the Way of the Long Death, you can do Frightened in a huge area of effect, and you can cast that per turn, which is massive. And the Way of the Sun Soul is like a radiant version. This works great with radiating orbs, so a lot of fun with all of these subclasses. I think the monk got a lot of great choices. I'll move on to the bard now. This is another one that has got a lot of love here, and there's a lot of ones that are being added to the in-game mod manager. Like we got ourselves the College of Dance, the College of Eloquence, the College of Friendship, and the College of Glamour, all having with their own unique effects to there. And they're all really well done, I must say. I'll go on to the Druid now. The Druid's got some cool ones too. The Circle of Stars being my favorite. This is available in the in-game mod manager. And you can, instead of wild shaping, you can go into a starry form, which is just incredible. So I really like that one. It's a lot of fun. And then there's some other ones like for Barbarian. I'll see if we can get through to this. And it's maybe final level. Yeah, it was. But there's like the Zealot, the Storm Herald Barbarian, many others. So I guess right now I'll just show off some cosmetic mods, because that's something that people like. And also we got ourselves some spell mods too, but I covered all the spells in a previous video. Now, basket full of equipment. This is by far the best mod for clothing options. So you can see here we got so many different choices. Now it does have some glitches, so I do have to cover things up if I want to show off what they look like, because sometimes it does make your character appear like they're not wearing anything. So yeah, this mod is incredible because of the great amount of customization. It's not in the in-game mod manager yet, but I'm hopeful that someone will adapt something similar to this, because there's so many in-game outfits that could be modified to fit this. So we'll see what happens there, but I really like that one. And also we got the Faerun Colors mod. This is in the in-game mod manager and it's available on console. You can see what it does. You got like 100 different dyes here, and it just looks really nice. It can bring out a whole new style in Baldur's Gate 3, so I really like the Faerun Colors. There's a lot of different color mods in this game. You also may notice my UI. I got the Kate's mods that impacts the hotbar, sidebar, and maps, so that you can put this little show hide UI, and then you can just hide it, so you got more screen real estate. Also a mod that allows me to move faster, you can see here. I'll quickly go through some cosmetics, because there's some really great ones here. So I guess first and foremost, I like the Vampire and Head mod. That's what I'm using this here for, all these different faces. So a lot of great choices here. Doesn't look too bad. And then we got the faces unlock. This is mods. That's Shadowheart's face. This is Minthar's face. Jaheira, Kaga, Floric's face. And then we got Viconia's face. So there's a bunch of these that you can add to your character and just completely change the way that they look. I like the Vampire's Head mod. This is unfortunately only on Nexus mods for right now. There's the Kay's hair extensions mod, which gives you the ability to add like whatever you want to your character. You can really get creative with the options that you can add. Bangs everywhere. So this adds bangs everywhere. So this works with pretty much every hair mod, and does a good job of customizing things. P4 Padme 4000 eye mod. So we got the option of making a bunch of different eye colors here. Great selections. Makeup. There's some makeup mods which I'll touch on. Hair mods. So this is the Simple Hairstyles mod. This is in the in-game mod manager. This is Tav's Hair Salon. Many people know this one. It's one of the most popular hair mods. Lots of great choices here. And you even get like things like Shadowheart's hair and a modified version of Orin's hair. So yeah, you got lots of choices here. I like the Fairy Hairstyle by Yipplee Yee on Nexus mods. This one is incredible. It just looks cool with all the lighting. And then we got the Hair Unlocked mod, which gives us the options of other characters in the game's hair that we normally don't have access to. So you can add yourself Karlach's hair, you name it. It's all here in this mod. So yeah, and then also Kay's hair mod, incredible mod, just allowing you to further enhance the characters that you create. And this is available on console, so many more coming. And I guess with that, I will now go into my full mod load order. So I was requested to go over my mod load order because it did cause some issues for some people having mods in different areas. For some reason it went and screwed up my mod load order again, but put them into alphabetical order. I'm not a huge fan of that because there's some mods that have to go above others, but they all seem to be working properly, so I guess I'll slowly go through this. Just went with the numbers, the work in progress mods, and then A, all the way through here. So I'll just slowly go through it. The mods that don't have anything here are third-party mods from Nexus mods, so they used to have mods that are above in the load order. I'll get to those ones. Like the community library used to be at the top of the load order, like this one here. So typically I would have that all the way at the top, but you now can't even change the mod load order here. Using the external Baldur's Gate 3 mod load order, you could, but for some reason it's fine. The compatibility framework, you used to have this one at the very bottom as well. But all the classes worked without it, so like the Death Domain Cleric here, we got ourselves all these classes. So yeah, it just went itself into this load order, which is not the way that I normally had it. But yeah, this is, I guess, the way we're going about things now. So just wanted to show this off because I was asked many times about my mod load order, so I just wanted to touch things up here. And maybe with these, nope, even with these it won't let me move the mod load order around. So yeah, this is a pretty interesting change. I don't know why it's got changed to have things out of order, but just want to touch on this because I was asked many times to go over this. So yeah, this is all the mods that I currently use. We got almost 200, we're just shy of it there. So yeah, there's a lot that are great and many more that I'll be trying out in the future. But yeah, there it is, 186 mods, starting from, obviously it's alphabetical order. So let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comments below, I guess. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Appreciate all the support, guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you all in the next video.